Hi all, it's Kylie from Kylie's Cardcraft. Thanks for joining me again today. So we're back to our little journal. We're still decorating our signatures, not that many to go. So it's a 2-signature journal, as we remember if you've been following along. We're halfway through our second signature. So all our others are done. Few missing pages, as in for journaling pages, and I'm here onto this one. What I want to do with this one is make an altered paperclip notebook. So our notebook's going to go on this side, which is our lighter side, because I really love the way all this has come. I'm using a gold paperclip because I've got gold in here. I've got buttons everywhere. Right, so starting, I'll just move all my buttons that I've pulled out. I've just trimmed up my pieces of paper and they're just coffee dyed notebook paper. So I've got, I don't know what I've got here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can put as many or as little in as you like. Depends on how thick you want your journal to be in the end. So most times I'll do between 4 and 6. As this guy at this stage is not very chunky, I can afford to put 6 in here. These ones measure, because this journal is smaller, remember, the journal pages only measure 5.5 by 3 3/4. So my notebook pages are 3 1/4 by about 4.5. But again, it'll depend on the journal that you're doing to depend on the size that you want. So I'm just going to line all these guys up. Right, done. And I'm just going to pop a little staple in the top, just to hold them together, just somewhere up the top, not too far in. Okay, as I said before, we're going to work on this side first, and they will go in like that. So what will happen, I need to make sure I'm going around the right way. I want that one on there. So when that actually goes on, yep, that's, let me think about this for a while. That one. Always. See, we all do this. Right, so that's going to go with the long side on there, I think. Short side on that. Let's go the other way, actually. I'm just having a think. I'm going to go that way, maybe. I'm thinking, all right? Never work out which way I want my paper clips to go. I want that way. That way. I want him that way. I want him that way. Yep, and I want that bit on that side. And we're going to come back to that side. So it's just going to hold your little notebook in like so, which means you can pull your notebook out, replace it if you want to, or just pull it out and use it as goes. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to cover this part of the paper clip, and then we can slide him on. Now you can do it 2 ways. We can make a cover for our notebook, just a very quick cover. Let me just grab something because I forgot to bring that out. Hang on a moment. Got you wide enough? Look at that, it's wide enough. So what did I say that was? 3 1/4. Let's see if we've got 3 1/4 on this. 3 1/4, yes we have. All right, set that up there. Yep, that works. So what I'm going to do, fold him in there, fold that over that, take that off, keeping it on there so that I don't get it too badly done. Try and straighten this guy back up again. give him a crease. So I've got this. What I want to do is fold this bit back up onto itself. So I've given it like a concertina effect. Alright. Did you like that? I turned it around 3 times. Just so that it all lines up. So there was no particular measurement in this to start with. And now I'm going to trim off this bit. And I'll just do that with my scissors. Right, so now I've got this little concertina effect. What will happen is that this one will go on there and cover up our staple, which has held it all together. And this one will go up there, which will hold our paper clip in there. Okay, so that when this goes back in, it'll go in like so. And then you've lost the side of your paper clip. So easy to do. It's just a little bit of thinking of how you're going to do it in the first place. I want to put something on there though, and you're best to do it while it's still all flat. So it's this side that we want to actually put something on. Now, whether we stamp a full background on it or whether we pop some wording, some numbers, any of that sort of thing. Give that a good crease again. Down that way, down that way. Right, so let's have a think of what we'd like on here. We can just have something going across there. And let's go with our numbers as per normal, which I've got just here. I spent the weekend working on a couple of journals. Nearly finished. Look. I'll just show you quickly. One of my slimline journals has just been finished. It's all done and dusted now. So I've got all of these wonderful little bits and pieces in here. I've just finished sewing it together. And now I'll put some bits and bobs in there and he's all done. So I'm really pleased with that, but it means that I've got all the stuff out for that sitting right beside me. So that's why I knew I had these out somewhere. I like this one. Let's have a look at some of the larger sizes. Now this one's from Which Craft Do You Do? If I go to the side, that'll fit. I know that'll fit on there beautifully, and we can pop something on here. How's that? So let's find our something first, and we'll just go to our little add-on bits and bobs. So we want small add-ons. Just pull these 3 out. So I've got my standard little small add-ons, and then I've got my 2 Tim Holtz with the small ones. That one I know I don't need because I'm putting a number on already. So we'll pop him back. This one, which is the little ephemera pack curator, has wonderful little small bits, including bits of those in case I'm going further. But I like how it has all of these sorts of things pre-done when I'm too lazy to make my own. So let's have a look. If that's about there, something like this would fit on there. Oh, there you go. We'll just do that. And we'll keep that bit out because we might pop a little bit of that underneath it. So how hard was that? Sit those back over there. Didn't need the other one. So I'm going to stamp that on there now. Flatten that back out a little bit, just so that it sits nice and straight. We'll pop a little bit of stamping foam underneath. I'll grab, you're going to fit on that? Just. There you go. And we'll stick with our fallen leaves or pine cone or any of our dark browns. So we'll ink it up. Line that up. I want to go somewhere in the centre. Round about there, but towards the edge. Little bit of a rock. There we go. All right. Pop that one back away. Now what we're going to do is just give this one a little bit of a dark edge as well, very lightly, and I'm literally just going on the edge with what's been left on my blending foam before, and this is gathered twigs. It's another darker brown. Move that one. This one's going to go in here, lovely. And I'm thinking I just want a little piece of that. Don't need very much, just little bits and bobs. I'll just get my scissors. No measurement. We'll just cut it. Stretch it all out. It can go above that one. Might go that way actually. That side's nice. Ugh. In like that. Like so. So I find the easiest way to do these is to put a little bit of double-sided tape on the back, which will pick up my cheesecloth, and then I can use my fabric glue. Right, that's just going to sit on there, and see how it lightly then holds it in place so that I can play around with my fabric glue now. Just a little bit of fabric glue under there. You could just use your double-sided tape again. Let's come out in a blop. And I'll grab my tweezers actually. So that I can place that down. Like so. Ugh. Fabric glue everywhere. Right, so now I'm going to need to pop this one on here, and I'm just going to use my double-sided tape just for quickness. Up near the fold, turn him over, trim him, but I'm going to pop 2 lots on when I do the top bit so that the whole thing is attached. That's that one. And we're just going to stick him down and hope for the best. Don't want to go over our crease. Just see if that'll fold up and over. Yep. And that one's going to adhere onto that. Okay, so now I'm going to pop some on here. Like so. And I'm going to pop a little bit more on this one, just so that the whole thing is covered. So we'll peel this bit off. Like so. I need to sit that just out of the way for a moment. Pop this one on, back up to our crease again. Close to the crease, but not right on it. Okay. Okay. Peel that one off. Just lifting that up for now. Fold all that down. Right, and that is so not straight. It's handmade. Doesn't have to be straight, does it? Okay. Just going to crease that bit down there a little bit further. Right. Straightens it up, kind of. Now, this one is going to slide into here like so. Okay. What I tend to do is again use my double-sided tape, because that'll then hang on to my paper clip. So I'm going to double-sided tape this side so that then I can turn it over like that. Make sense? And to do that, we're actually going to take it off our page. so that it's a little bit flatter. I'll work out where I want to go, because quite often I'll leave them out so that I can put a dangle on there. The dangle won't happen today because I haven't even worked out what I'd like, and all my chains and that are over there. So we're going to pop our double-sided tape on this one. And how quick and easy was that for an altered paperclip notebook. They're great in your journals. They can come out if you want to bring them out. They are not too bulky. Right, that side. Ugh. Trim that one. Right down on the edge. With scissors that actually have an edge would be better. Taking this off. Right, make sure your paper clip is in the spot that you want it to again. Folding that up and pushing it down. Okay, so now your paper clip is securely held in there. No glue, it's just all double-sided tape. If you're going to use glue, by all means you can use glue, but you're going to need to make sure that it's held down properly before you let go, or pop a clip on it or something like that. I tend to use the double-sided tape because I'm not patient. I'm a very impatient person, and I want it done then and there. All right, so here's our little paper clip. This will just go straight in like that. There's our notebook, already and done, but we've got this on the other side. So let's do something on this side as well. So here's a little bit of just, again, coffee dyed paper, and I'm going to want it. I'm going to fold that over. I'll trim it to size again later on. And it's going to go to there. So when I find my pencil, it's going to come back to about there. I'm going to have it, and I'm going to trim that bit off down there. So there. And there, so that this guy will now slide into that. Okay, I'm going to rub out that pencil mark, and what I've now got is this. So just because it's me, I'm going to ink those edges just in a lighter brown, and I'm actually going to glue all this together. It just gives it that little bit extra strength, and it gives it this little bit up here for where your paper clip's going to slide in. So what we're going to do is pop our glue, but I'm just going to use my normal white liquid glue for this. You could use your glue stick if you want. So if I just go down like so. Like that. Now I'm going to slide this one in. Yes, you can take it all out of your book if you want. That would be just so much easier, I know. Settle about there. Straightening it up. Fold this guy down on it. Like so. Okay. So he's all now attached to that paper clip as well, because the glue's holding it all in together. What I want to do on this one, a little bit of lace. Okay, so we only want a little bit at the size of that paper. We can trim it up further if need be. This will be attached up here like so. And then I want to pop a button on it. How easy is that? And it just gives your page something just a little bit different going on. So back to our fabric glue. Get rid of the bit that was sitting at the top. Try not to get too much on my hands. And I'm just going to pop it where the thicker bits of lace are. I know you should pop this actually on your paper first. It's easier if you do it on your paper than actually on your ribbon or your lace. But with this one, because there's so many, I don't know, holes in it as such, I don't want that to show. And I have gone over there. I need to get rid of that one. I need to get rid of that one, because I don't want it to attach to my page. So just at the top of that one, like that. Only need a small bit in there to hang on to it, like so. Got to get messy. Got to get messy. Now, I've just pulled out a selection of buttons. I just went through my button. I don't want that one. That one's got a shank on it. So I just want buttons, and we'll just thread them. That's pretty cute, actually. That is pretty cute, isn't it? Let's use that one. So we just want a piece of thread. And I want the thread that's actually in my sewing machine, so I'm just going to pull some out of the bobbin. Like so. Because I've got this cream thread in my sewing machine at the moment. And I'm just going to double thread it. So I'm folding it once, folding it twice, which will give it a nice thick look. You could use embroidery cotton as well. So now I've got that, I find it's hard to get through these. I have got, and I've had them for years, I don't know if you can still get them or not, and what they were ribbon, is it that one? No, they're here. They were ribbon ones. So they're a needle, but they're like that. Okay, I don't know if we can still get them or not, but they are great for things like this, because I can now pop that bit through there. So much easier to thread too. Right, now I can thread my button. So going from the top, all fingers and thumbs, and it bends, so I can actually bend it around and through that one. Take him out again. Now I can just tie that in a knot. So yeah, look, they're amazing, these little needles. As I said before, I don't know if we can still get them. I've had it for years, and I'm sure I used to have lots of them. I've got one left. So if you find them, brilliant. They're well worth getting. So now I just want to trim that up. A little bit there, a little bit there. And now I want to fluff that out. I've lost all my fingernails, sorry, and so I'm struggling to fluff that out, like so. A little bit of fabric glue onto that, which I've put where? Clean that. So just on our button. Helps if you open said glue, okay? There goes Bertha. Alright, doesn't need much. And I find it's then easier to pick it up with the thread, which is, I think I want it like that. How easy is that? Let's move those buttons. Let's put that pin back in that one. We'll have a look at what we've got. I put that in before I lose that again, because as I said, I'm down to one, which is just rather sad. There we go. pop you back in there. So how easy was that? So that's taken us 25 minutes, but I've done a little bit of waffling, and we've got this wonderful little notebook come paper clip holder. So you can take your notebook out and you've still got that. And even that is just gorgeous on its own. So as I said, I quite often put dangles on those, but I just realised when I sat down, didn't bring my chains over. So we will do that another day. We will come back to this and we will pop our chain in there. So going back on, it just goes straight under our bit of lace. Set your paper clip out a little bit so that you can pop your dangle, and that's done. And it hasn't added that much bulk to our pages at all. It's sitting out because that's the middle of the signature. But, you know, I'm doing really well with this one because I'm normally so chunky that, yeah. Right, so that's that one. Back on this one, look, I know I would probably just, and I might just pop a fussy cut or a sticker on there because that's really nice journaling place again. So let's just have a look at those. Put that one back in there so I don't lose it, and we'll go for the sticker. Sorry, that's my chair squeaking because this was sitting on the floor behind me. So, move that over, move that over, move that over, or chuck it away. Now, this is just my tin of bits and pieces. I know I have all my containers up there, but these are the ones that I haven't sorted yet. See? So they're bits that have been left over from where I've been doing a journal that have got to be resorted. So let's start using these. See, now that's nice. The little vellum ones are really, I think there's smaller ones in there of that, actually. That one. Did I have a smaller one again in those envelopes? They just, yeah, look at that. They just add a little bit of something. Let's go the right way round. So, see how you don't need much on them sometimes? Most times. I tend to go overboard. So, that's that one. I'm just going to use my white glue. Now, some vellums you will see through where you've glued them. Others are pretty good. It's just a test because there are so many different vellums out there these days. Some of the ones that are stickers are the ones you want to go for because they will have an all-over glue, so you don't run the risk of it showing. Whereas the ones that are not, see, and all of a sudden I've used that again, haven't I? The ones that are not, you run the risk of the glue showing. So try and get as much glue coverage as possible, okay? Doesn't have to be a lot of glue, but you don't just want to do a line around because that way you will see it. If the whole thing is covered, if you've got a sticker maker, run it through the sticker maker. The jack paper, double-sided adhesive paper, pop them on those and recut them out because that way you get the full amount of stickiness so you don't get that, I don't know, that showing of the glue underneath. That's not the right thing, but you know what I mean. Right, so there's that one, and we might pop one on the other side of that. We've got a double journal page. So let's look for something else in this box. The more I can use out of this, the less I have to put away, don't I? Because, you know, I've got my botanicals journal that I was going on in here. Let's just use one of these dragonflies, and then I've really got to sort this out. Now, I want a coloured dragonfly, I think, for this one. I will just pull out some of the coloured ones because the white ones don't really show. And it just needs to be down like so. So that'll do. We don't need to muck around too much. We just know we want a dragonfly. Now these are stickers. I'm just looking for my knife. So these are the clear stickers. You'll have a rough edge. I think we spoke about it last time. We might have popped one in. Oh, it was when we did this one. Okay, so same thing. So you'll find you've got a slightly rough edge and a really smooth. These ones are easy because you can see the lighter colour on this side. Find a tip, use your blade or your fingernails and just lightly, look, there it is already. Okay, and just lightly pull forward. Watch when you're heading into the sections that are cut further out that you don't rip it, and he's off. Admittedly, some brands are better than others, but I haven't had a problem with many of them. Now we've popped him on. We're going to get our bone scorer or a scratching tool, a lollipop stick, an icy pole stick, anything like that, and just rub over it. That'll fully adhere it, but it'll also take the edges away from where we've stuck it on, and you don't get much of an edge. The only other thing you need to watch with these, actually, while I'm talking about it, is where you store them. So you'll notice mine are still in their little packet, okay? I can't tell you where I got them from. I found them in a store. And that's about all I can tell you. But if you don't store them in their packet or in a little clear thing and they're just on your desk with everything else, they will tend to get a little bit of dust going around the edges where that adhesive is. So you just want to watch that. It's, you know, we've got glitter on our desk, we've got dust on our desk, we've got fibres. And if you leave them floating around, you will end up with a slight edge, and it'll show you where that edge is. But it's just from the dust. So you need to watch out how you're storing clear stickers like that. Okay? So that's why mine are always in their little packets. All right, back over to this one. That I'm just leaving as that. Remember when we found that it was just a part stamped cut doily. So he is staying just like that. We've got this one. We can make pocket. We can do another flip. What have we not had? We're trying to do lots of different things in this one. So we've made a little envelope there with a flip. We've got a little side pocket. We've got a little bit of lace. We've got this. I love this. Did another one of these this morning in that slimline one. Journaling space, belly band, little paper bag that's been coffee dyed. We've got a normal flip out. We've got our multi-pockets. Oh, and I've already put the bits and bobs in there, haven't I? We've got a flip up with a pocket, so secret journaling. That one we're still thinking about. That one's just a tuck spot, which has another envelope on that side. That's the other side of our doily that's been stamped. We've had our collaged piece, journaling, and now we've got our notebook, some journaling here. So we're ready to go here. We haven't got many normal pockets. So let's say just our nice, easy corner pockets, and they are so easy. You don't need to really think about them at all. So I'm going to pop that one there. We'll go to the original box where we've been getting all our bits and bobs from and see if we've got paper in that. Oh, I actually have that there. So something like this, if we're cutting it down, you're going to lose a lot if you want that sort of thing in there. So for me, I would use him as a normal pocket so that I can get this wonderful writing. I'm not going to use it for that. You can use, well, let's just do that. Hang on, I have a book page over here. I've got them everywhere. So I like that because I've got some numbers in here. When in doubt, pull out a piece of book page. We've got lots of them. We can use them. We can still decorate them. I'm going to go over just a little bit. All right. So I've made my edge. Just going to go in here. And I want this pocket to be around about that large. So the ing on that one. Don't have to measure or anything because all these wonderful words are there for us. We do need to know where we're going to finish off, and I reckon the F on frames. So again, nice and easy, no mucking around. Let's just get it done. That one, we just need our top height now. This is going to go in here. It's going to finish up here. I'm going to go across and then I'm going to go down. So I'm going to take it to the top of our wording, like so. And I want the operations, and we'll go to about there. No real measurement, just like that. Now we've got one of those corner pockets. You really don't have to muck around and carry on with measurements or anything else. Give it a little bit. And then what we can do, if you're not overly concerned about your writing being up the other way, I'm going to stick that one down straight away. Didn't put that one in. Oh, find the pin. Like so. Oh, how to bend your pin. Right. On there. And I'm going to go up that little bit just there. The top section I'm leaving unglued. So this one will sit down. Fine. For me, I like, you know, an even border around the three sides. Give him a push. And then I've got this bit that I turned, that I cut off here. There is no reason why I can't turn that down there and pop him there and make a double pocket. How easy was that? So this one, yes, it's going to be that your wording is upside down. That is up to you. If you can't cope with that, don't do it. You can either cut it, let's face it, we've got lots of book paper. So, you know, you can redo some more, or you can leave it off, or watch, hang on a moment, I'll stick that bit down. Try and get this pin back in this one again, because I just bent him, which is about normal for me. I buy my tips and then my pins, I run out of pins because I keep bending the pins. Right, so this one is going to sit in here like that. So just up there, down there. Okay, so I've now got my two pockets. This one's my large, like so. And then I've got my small pocket in here. But as I said, this is upside down. If you're not concerned about that, fine. If you're a concerned person, and there's lots of us out there, don't sit there and say, oh yeah, no. Find something to start, you know. Let's have a look. Go into the larger add-ons this time, Kylie. Right. So let's have a look at these. You know, and they can go over this. So let's go look at that, and let's have a wording thing down there. How hard's that going to be? So, labels. Let's just go to labels. So I'll pick that one. That wasn't hard. I want printed labels, which are these. There'll be some Tim Holtz ones in there. There'll be some tailor-made journals in there, and there'll be some Tracy Fox ones in here. It's just, it is what it is. I have lots. I love my labels. So if I put that there, and that one over there, this pocket is still here, but I'm not going to adhere this bit on. I'm going to pop a number in that one. You know, look at me, no fluffing around. Let's just get it done. So I want a number for that. Let's have a look and see if any of these fit. Otherwise, I'll go to one of my individual numbers. That'll fit. That will fit. So, we'll go that one, that one, that one. Go back to Fallen Leaves because he's my new favourite. Straighten that up a little bit. Like so. Put that one away while I'm thinking of it. Right. Numbers, I'll pop you away. Again, while I'm thinking of it, I want a little bit of edging around there just to get rid of the white core colour in this, like so. So see how it's just taking that little bit of white core colour away. Again, it's just a personal thing. This one I'm going to go with the lighter colour because let's face it, we've got ink, why not use it? So I can use different colours, play around. All right. So this one's going to be adhered in here. But I know I don't want that corner, okay? So it's this corner I don't want. So what I'm going to do, is that still on screen? Yes. So I'm just going to go around and across. Okay. So that corner's then not involved. If you're concerned, always just make a mark maybe. Just double check that none of that. No, look. Beautiful. Now we've got this one, and he's going to sit on here, which again means I've got a corner there that I'm not going to. So I'm just going to pop my fingers there, and then I can do the rest. Okay. So quick and easy pages today, but we've got through 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 5. And, you know, some days you just fly through it. Some days those 5 could take you a week. It is what it is. Right, so let's see. What are we up to? 42 minutes. We've done well. I'm proud of us. Okay, so let's have a look back at what we've actually done. I just put the lid back on that glue, and we'll go back over here. So we've got our little journaling places with our little altered paper clip, which is our notebook, which the whole thing, as we said before, will just slide out, and you've got that on its own with a pretty on the back. So easy to do, and they just look great. I love them. So there's that one, and as I said, I will probably put a dangle on that towards the end of the book. They're a bit hard to have the dangles floating around while I'm actually creating. I've just got a journaling and more journaling, and then we've got, let's find something to put in there, and then we've got a double pocket in here, which have really been just a square of paper, of book paper, that we just grabbed that was sitting on the bench beside us. The bit that's cut off has then been flipped over, and now you really, unless you're really looking at it, you can't tell that that's now upside down. So hope you've all enjoyed that one. Thank you all for enjoying this series with me. I'm having a ball with this one. It is getting towards the end. We've probably got one more week of finishing off and then filling. We'll see how we go. That might be just 1 week. It might take 2. And then this little one will be all ready for market as well. So I hope you're still enjoying it. Thank you for coming along for the ride. Thank you to everybody that's my new subscribers. I'm enjoying having you along. Thank you to everyone that's been there with me through all of this. It's great. Thanks, guys. Bye.